Hi, Dr. Sroyce here, Mystical Professor. Please do like, share, and subscribe, as well as comment. There was some issues with YouTube earlier. I wasn't able to respond to a lot of people, and I think it's kind of worked its way out. Meaning the kinks. I think it's working now. I'm not sure though. I just thought I'd get on here real quick because I was talking to somebody earlier today about blanket affirmations. What those are basically like the word blanket. It means a covering, or umbrella. So Neville Goddard had a client that had a ton of issues. She was being, she had to leave. Her lease wasn't being renewed. I'm trying to think of the word. Anyway, she had no job. She had no car. She had no family. She had no income, and she was 55 years old. Which, being back, this was like back in the late 50s, and being unemployed back then was a lot different than it is today. They were limited on resources and what have you. So she decided to tell herself every day for well over a month, I think it was 2 months. And she would say, "Isn't it wonderful? Something marvelous is happening to me right now." She would sit in the bathtub every morning, and as a result, she ended up getting a check from a friend who passed away that she knew as a young child, like a young adult, that she dated for a very short period of time. She never expected the money. See, that's the key. She wasn't looking for it. Again, you got to stop looking. You got to quit coming from a place of lack. When you use blanket affirmations like, "Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it amazing? Everything in my life is perfect. I'm so happy I have the perfect partner. I'm so happy that I have the perfect body. I'm so happy that everything about me is perfect. I'm in perfect health." Those are blanket affirmations. And your subconscious mind already knows what it is that you need. Her subconscious mind knew what she needed. Her subconscious mind knew that she needed a car, she needed a place to live, she needed income. And she got all of it just by simply saying, "Isn't it wonderful? Something marvelous is happening to me right now." I have other blanket affirmations. I have something similar to that. I have one that's, "Isn't it wonderful? Something marvelous or something amazing is happening to me right now," because that's more up with the time. It has to sound natural to you. And the key again is not to come from a place of lack, not to have contradicting thoughts or opposing thoughts. And you can be in a neutral state like I am right now, because you're going to be in a neutral state, aren't you? When you are going from day-to-day activities, living your life, you're usually in a neutral state, or maybe you're in a happier state or positive psychological state. I tell you guys constantly to flip it, flip your thoughts. Always keep them positive. Just like with the law of reversibility, keep your thoughts always positive. If you don't want to revise, then affirm or listen to the subliminals, and don't have any contradicting thoughts, okay? So I just want to get on here really, really quick and give you an overview of blanket affirmations. They do work for that woman. I know a couple other people in my life have used them, and they swear by them. I know a woman, she did the same thing. She just kept saying, "Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful?" And she manifested a farm out of thin air. A lot of people don't go into details because but it doesn't matter. She manifested her farm that way. You could just walk around, when you're not listening, when you're not listening to your subliminals, after saturating your mind with whatever it is that you want, whether it's a fortune, whether it's just to be comfortable, not to worry about bills, or not to worry about the right mate or partner or spouse or whatever, or to not worry about your health, then honestly, if you are in that state of mind or thinking, your best bet is to always go, "I'm so grateful, everything in my life is perfect. Isn't it wonderful?" Just keep it positive is all I'm saying. Or don't think at all. So you don't create, because your dominant thoughts create. You don't want to create something, then you're having to go and, uncreate it or create something better to get you out of that jam. You see what I'm saying? So blanket affirmations are wonderful tools. If you're desiring a certain mate, you could say, "Isn't it wonderful? Everything in my life is perfect," or I found the perfect mate. I'm so happy I have the mate of my dream. I also just came out with, I'm living my dream life now. It's perfect. Everything about it is perfect. Everything about me is perfect. And I only have to listen to Subliminal one time for it to take effect. Okay, because I'm a perfect manifester. You are a perfect manifester. You are a powerful manifester. You are. You've been manifesting your whole life up until now. Remember, this whole world was created because of thought. The man didn't go to the moon before the thought came first. He didn't go to the moon, then the thought came. No. Man went to the moon after he had the thought. Okay? Thoughts precede, it's always the thoughts are going to precede the evidence. It's never going to change. Prove me wrong. Think about the clothes you're wearing, the bed in the room, the chair, this device I'm on, which is an Apple iPhone 15 or 16 or something, 15 I think. The thought preceded the evidence, right? All right. So I hope that helps. I just want you to understand that blanket affirmations are a great way to cover everything, because your subconscious mind already knows what it is that you need, and not to look for it. Today I was doing it today, and then I went to the grocery store, right? I wasn't looking for anything, but I knew in my mind I was looking for a certain kind of Lonnies, because I like Lonnies. They just came out with this certain kind called sherbet. Oh, they're sold out at the store I was buying them at, so I didn't even go looking for them. Way in the back on the shelf they had them. My son that graduated from the academy has been looking for Pokemon cards. I affirmed like a day or two ago that this vending machine that they came out with at this particular store that I went shopping at today had them, right? Every day that I went, they haven't had them, and I gave up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mailed them a pack that I ordered on Walmart.com, and then today they had them in there. They had them in the machine, and I wasn't even looking for them. And then I had purchased several lottery tickets, scratch-offs, and I won. I won a lot of money today. And my grandson wants to kiss me. All right, bye. Sorry. Anyway, blanket affirmations work. I wasn't looking for any of these things, and all these wonderful things happened to me today because I was walking around saying, besides listening to my subliminal. Okay, I'll bring you a popsicle. Sorry, guys, what's possible. Besides the fact that I was walking around when I didn't have my earbuds in, listening to my miracles are showering me right now. I've been listening to that since I created it, or the fortunes, because I'm using blanket affirmations. When I'm not listening to my subliminals, that's what I'm doing. I don't know why my eye has to itch when I'm live or recording. Anyway, it has benefited me, and that's what I'm trying to share with you. Just like I manifested money, a large sum of money out of thin air. I wasn't even expecting it. I literally did. And I'll explain that on another live, because I'm already getting into, on another recording, I'm already getting into 8 minutes of this, and the child's bothering me. That's my grandson. He wants a popsicle. So family first, right? I'm just trying to help you guys. I will continue to come on here if you need help. You can also contact me for coaching, and then that's through my email. And then please continue to listen to my subliminals to saturate your mind, to impress your subconscious mind so that it's reflected out here. I want you all to be happy. I want you all to be living your desired reality. Okay? You're not here to suffer. You're here to be happy. Okay? Remember, I'm also taking requests still. I just put up Indestructible, and that's an amazing piece. I put up, I'm working right now on Living in the Inn, because like I told you, living in the inn is where you begin. That's where you begin, okay? Blanket affirmations. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it amazing? And that's all you have to do. Okay? I'm coming. All right. And please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in a few.